Jim Rempe, ranked number 7 in 1995, winner of the Players' Championship in Philadelphia, renews an old rivalry with the man most people consider the best player in the world out of the Philippines, Efren Reyes, current World 8-ball champion and Pro Tour champion of 1995. Tonight, these two great players meet in the semifinals of the Commerce Casino Legends of 9-ball tournament. Well, what a nice reception. And welcome to the Commerce Casino. We're just a handful of miles east of downtown Los Angeles and the Legends of 9-ball tournament semifinal competition. I'm Tom Kelly, standing between two legends. On my right, the little colonel from Kentucky, Nick Varner, and on my left, the living legend, all dressed up and someplace to go, Steve the Miz Mizrak. I love the tuxedo.
I looked so good last week, you told me to wear it again.
I did indeed, and you got it cleaned and everything, and you look just gorgeous in it.
It's hot, like you.
Nick, let's talk about these two very fine semifinalists. They'll be going against Jimmy Wetch, who won a great match a week ago, and will be playing for the title. First of all, what about Rempe?
Well, Jimmy, last year, 95, he started out and won the first tournament of the year. And it just so happens, Tom, this is the first tournament of 1996, right. So I think he's trying to repeat.
Well, it could be. Maybe that's an omen. You played against Efren Reyes, and I'm happy that you call it that. I'm happy you're standing next to me, but I know that you'd rather be playing in the semifinal. He beat you, huh, Steve?
Beat me 13-2. I never had a chance.
Well, he does that to a lot of people.
He's a magician. He's a seasoned veteran. He knows what he's doing. He's the hot player right now. We're in for a great match.
Well, Rempe and Reyes have gotten together before. In fact, back in Atlantic City not that long ago, they had a great match. We'll tell you more about that. We think this is going to be a great one. Thank you for joining us. Semifinal Legends of 9-ball tournament play will get started from the Commerce Casino right after we pause for this message. The Commerce Casino Legends of 9-ball Championship is being brought to you by the Commerce Casino, LA's friendliest casino, minutes from downtown Los Angeles. By AMF Playmaster, bringing quality to the table. And by Meucci, the custom choice of more top players than any other cue. All right, our semifinal match, Jim Rempe against Efren Reyes, two of the very best in the game, two veterans who have been in this position before, know full well the pressures that go with playing in the semifinal competition with a shot at the big money and a match against Jimmy Wetch next week.
Jimmy and Efren really fit the title of this tournament, the Legends of 9-ball.
You're right.
In fact, Efren is trying to help out on that leg.
Trying to help a little bit.
Good sense of humor. And so Rempe will get the first break. As we check the rules now that govern play here in this 9-ball competition, lagging for the break, and you saw Rempe will get the first crack at it. Optional push out. Any foul, the ball's in hand of the opponent. 3 consecutive fouls, and you've lost the rack or that game. You've got to hit the lowest numbered ball first, and then in succession. It's a race to 11, and you've got to break from within the box, which is a brand new feature as we continue play here from the Commerce Casino in this, our first big event of the 1996 Pro Billiard Tour. Semifinal competition. Jimmy Wetch is waiting to play the winner next week. And here's Rempe now with the break.
Again, here we go from the box. Well, he let the cue ball fly.
And he made a ball.
Yeah, this is the first tournament he made one. Okay.
All right, Nick Varner, what's the first play here?
Okay, he's got the 1 ball here, the cue ball here, so he's got a tough shot. He's going to try to play it here. And the cue ball, when it comes off the rail, he's got to try to play position on that 2, and the 6 is a little bit in his way. He may stop short of the 6 or come back.
You want to have a little easier shot for the first shot in any match.
Yeah, because a lot of times the first shot sets up the momentum of the match.
Made it.
Boy, he hit that in clean.
Yep. And
What
he's
a
got
great
a nice
opening
position
shot.
on the 2. And I would think you can add to the pressure the fact that you're playing Reyes, and you give Reyes too many opportunities, and you're sitting there watching a lot of the game.
I don't think he's worried about Reyes right now. I think he's just interested in cleaning the table.
Would be nice. Would be nice to get off on the right foot. And he's got to get
one
by the
hit that.
5. No, he
He
didn't
wanted
want
to
that.
miss that.
Yeah, but I think he's okay. After making those 2 shots, the 1 and the 2, I think this will be a hanger for him.
Yeah, you just got to try to stop over on that same side of the table. The 5 ball's right by his hand. That's the next ball.
Missed it.
Oh.
Took his eye. Look at this.
Didn't want that.
Look where the
Did
cue
not
ball
want
wound
that.
up. Look where
I
the
mean,
cue ball wound up,
That
Tom.
is dead
Froze on the
stiff.
5.
Frozen. That's...
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get, they call him the magician, Ephraim Reyes. We're going to get a chance to see if he's got the magic touch, huh?
Yep. First shot, he's got to do a magic trick.
Well, I was surprised that Rempe missed that 3 ball, and yet he has left the magician, Reyes, with a very tough
One thing
play.
here, if he makes the 3, he can easily shoot the 5 in the side.
Well, he's made
Missed it.
it. He made it.
They made it.
Great shot. I tell you, this kid can play
I believe
this game.
half the Filipino nation is here tonight.
Could very easily be.
Fans come alive with that shot, doesn't
Yeah. Well, and you know, talking about this this man from the Philippines, he's a national treasure in the Philippine Islands. What he does rates headlines, big time headlines.
Well, he beats me so much, I wish he'd stay in the Philippines. Watch the
Another
kick.
look at this.
All the way up, back. He hits the ball perfect. I mean, he didn't even have to go to the rail.
This is the opening match, the opening game in the race to 11, and Reyes got a big time advantage when Rempe hung the 3 ball, and then he made a great shot from being frozen
Well,
at the 5.
He didn't want to do this.
No. I think he's up to it, though.
Well,
Easy.
we're going to
Easy.
see how
Easy.
good a stroke he is in right now. He's got to shoot the 8 in the upper corner. He's got to draw his rail, his cue ball down to the bottom rail to make the 9. Difficult shot.
Going to have to go 2 rails across. Oh, he
Difficult
missed
shot.
the 8.
As you can see, last week we started off with a couple of guys who were very nervous, and these 2 guys are old, seasoned veterans, and they shouldn't be missing some of these shots.
No, but I guess nerves
that happens.
doesn't know any age barrier.
TV
Yeah.
does it all.
Yeah.
He's got to draw all the way back for the 9.
Hit it perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
he hit that
perfect.
ball nice.
Well, Rempe survived a miscue, a bad shot, and has come up now with the...
He's playing pretty good.
Yes, he is. Has won the first
The
game.
flags are flying. The American flags are flying.
So Rempe wins the first one. He leads 1-0. In case you've just joined us here in 1996 on the new venture out from the Commerce Casino of the Pro Billiards Tour, the new innovation is where that ball is placed for the break, and that is in the box. It's new on the Pro Billiard Tour this year. Players decided that's where they wanted it, and it's provided some very interesting items for the players. 2 balls.
Boy, he's got that break working pretty good, doesn't he, Steve?
Did you notice how the cue ball stopped?
Here's the 1 ball, here's the cue ball, and here's the 2 real close to the 1. So he's got a good opening shot. Just cut it in the corner, bounce off the rail, and come back in this area.
If Rempe gets off to like a 3 or 4 game lead here,
He can be tough, huh?
Efren may have a problem here.
Well, you know, the last time they played for a big chunk of money, Jim was telling me, was back in 1986 at the resorts in Atlantic City. $35,000, and they battled each other, and Rempe came away the winner.
Yeah, I saw that match, and Jimmy played real good.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Oh.
Well, there's the speed of the table.
Yep.
That's
Can
what he's
play
doing.
safe.
That's what he's doing. Putting them behind the 6 and 7.
Good shot.
Well, the magicians, they're going to have to do another trick here. Came within a hog's breadth of winning the U.S. Open.
Yes. Yeah. A tournament he has won before, as have the champions seated up here with me. Steve Miserak and Nick Varner. Nice crowd on hand for this semifinal event.
sold out.
Full house.
Commissioner
And tonight,